So this is a photo of John Mozeliak at spring training. That's when he decided to call Albert Pujols to offer him a job. Pretty good phone call, don't you think? Albert said he announced in spring training that this was going to be his last year because he knew he would hit well and people would ask him to come back. We talked with Mo this week and he was impressed with Albert's prediction of the future.
Well, obviously, with the success he's having, it obviously was a very smart play when you think about it from a strategic standpoint, because a lot of people are asking me, is he coming back? And, he's been very clear with me that this was his last year. But the exciting part is it's been such an historic run. It's something that all of us will never forget.
A lot of times guys in home run chases, and this is technically not a home run chase, but it's a milestone, they don't enjoy the process. Roger Maris, hair falling out, Hank Aaron, all the racist stuff. He has enjoyed the heck out of this thing, hasn't he?
I think it's been like a nice balance between how much he's had to play versus how much he's also contributing. And so when you look at those two variables, I think Ollie's just done a great job finding that balance. And to see the success he's had, I think it's been amazing.
You probably didn't think when you signed him that down the stretch he was going to be one of your key players.
Yeah, I think when you look back to March when we agreed on that contract, I had no idea we'd see what we're seeing right now. But it's funny when you work with great players, especially as great as he was, never bet against that.
I want to talk about your club a little bit. Offensively, it's been a little bit of a struggle. You make a move. Tell me the thinking behind Yepez up, Gorman down.
Yeah, twofold. One was obviously Gorman was struggling a little bit. Want to let him get some everyday at bats where he wasn't seeing here. Hopefully he can get back going again. And Yepez was swinging a good bat down in Memphis, and hopefully he can add something to our lineup.
Does this mean that Brendan Donovan is the everyday second baseman, or even more reps than normal?
Well, I think, you look back in May and how important Donovan was to this club. I think he's just a key member of our team. In terms of whether we're labeling someone starter, everyday second baseman, we're trying to go with who's hot. Right now it's about winning baseball games, and really it's about setting ourselves up for October. So we're just trying to determine what that's going to look like, but Donovan's been a great player for us.
Boy, it speaks to the depth of the organization that outfield heading in was, hey, we know we got three really good outfielders, a couple of them won Gold Gloves, we're set, and now none of that's really worked out for a variety of reasons, and yet you're still have a comfortable lead.
Yeah, I think organizationally it does show you the strength of where we are from a minor league standpoint. But yeah, I think always when you set up your club in February, March, you're thinking that between Carlson, O'Neill, and Bader, that's what we're going to look like. And then we end up trading Bader. O'Neill's been injured a lot. Other guys have stepped up, and seeing guys like Newbar doing what they're doing, Yappy earlier in the year, these have been all important parts to our team.
Has Jordan Walker expedited the learning curve so much that he's going to be a legitimate outfielder for the big team next season?
I think he had a really good year, and we're really excited with what we're seeing. But the good news is we don't have to rush that. But if someone asked me if I had to put my life on it, do I think he'll be in the big leagues at some point in 2023? It wouldn't surprise me.
Final thought. I think in 2006, you were working with Walt, and you guys looked across the field when you guys were about to begin a playoff series with San Diego. You said, boy, I really like that club. How do you feel about this club in terms of making one of those great October runs?
Well, it's sort of funny because in 06, remember, we were really banged up, never really got going that year, and finally hit that healthy point right when we began the postseason. I hope the timing of some of our guys coming back from the IL and getting hot are very similar, but I think we'll have to answer that in about 2 weeks.